Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In our previous lecture, we were discussing about Standard 12, Computer Subject, Chapter number 2, Cascading Style Sheet and JavaScript. And in that chapter, we discussed about the fundamental instructions of Java language. We discussed that when you mention script and slash script, at that time clarifying that all the instructions between script and slash script is considered as JavaScript. The word before dot is known as object. After dot it is considered as either method or property. If it is with round bracket, it is called method or function, and if it is without round bracket, it is called property. Mention inside the round bracket is known as argument. So this particular part is known as argument or parameter. Now we will discuss about some more information in JavaScript. So the next sentence available on your screen that we will discuss. JavaScript statements can be grouped together in a block. Now this sentence asked in board exam so many times. Then block means what? A block starts and ends with curly bracket. Now this word block 10, 11 lessons, the same concept is used. Block means it's a combination of a curly bracket, means curly bracket open and curly bracket close is considered as block. So when we mention any particular part, like for example in the script, if I use curly bracket like this, this sentence is known as inside the block. Now block indicate collection of sentences like this. Okay, so block indicate that we are grouping the sentence. Okay, now how to write simple JavaScript from form validation. First we will create a simple form with two fields, a name field and a submit button. And for form validation, if the user leaves the name field empty and click the submit button, a message should be displayed that asks the user to enter the name. Now what we want to create is, we will ask the person to enter the name, and if a person not enter the name and try to submit the form, then it will show error message. Now for purpose we have to new file and save the file with name js1.html, and then we need to define the form. We need to create the form, okay, with the help of composer related commands. Okay, so we will create the form, then we will add JavaScript. Before that we read the instruction. The name of the form is JS1. Students, from this lecture onwards, please remember the names. Okay, okay, table and input text field for display the name, and we also insert submit button. The name given to the form input field or any other field created in the form should be kept simple. So whenever you are giving the name, try your level best that you can keep the name as simple as possible and easy to remember. Third, in our JavaScript, the name we will use is JavaScript. So right now you have to remember that we are creating the form, and the name of the form is JS1. You can able to see here JS1 is the name of the form. Okay, fine. Then after creating the form, we have to follow this guideline, advanced edit button during the creation of the form. And in advanced edit button we will see something like this, where in JavaScript events we have to write on submit and return validate form. Why? That we will discuss script. So what we have to do first is we will go for Composer. Okay, and in Composer we will create the form. See here I will go for insert form, define form. The name of the form is JS1, URL is js1.htm, and method is get or post, whatever you want. Now in advanced edit you can able to see the same screen. Now the same screen available in your textbook also. See, HTML attribute, inline style, JavaScript events. Here also HTML attribute, inline style, and JavaScript events. So we click on JavaScript events, on submit, and then here we mention return validate form, and I click on OK button, and then I click on OK button. So my form is available. You can able to see in a dotted line the form available. Here I will define the label, and label is name. Then I click outside the label, go for a space, form field. I want to create text box whose name is name. Okay, I repeat, I want to create a box whose name is name, and I click on OK button. Then I press enter key and I go for some space, and I create submit button over here. Form field, submit button, field name, submit, value, submit, OK. Clear? So for you, what is important point? Name of the form S1 and the name of the box is NAME, name. Okay, I will save this file with a name js1.htm. So file is saved right now. Now we will go ahead. Now open the source view and add the script inside head tag. Okay, so here I click on source, and inside the head statement I am writing the script. Now this script is given in your textbook, which I am typing over here, but as you can see in some students textbook it looks blur, so kindly note down somewhere. You can complete writing the script, and then you can write separately. Okay, so here I go with so here our script is ready. Now send this script. Okay, because in textbook it is given. Okay, so in that case we have to understand the fundamental parts of the script, whether script is working properly or not properly, why working properly, all. And other important point is what? This if condition, VAR, given in textbook but not explained. So in that case, in that situation, I just want to explain from a scratch. Okay, means I want to explain you properly. Okay, so in that case, start from very fundamental discussion, okay, of JavaScript. Okay, I will keep this as it is right now. Instruction over here, and we will go for a script. For example, here when we say VAR, means we are saying that define the variable, create variable whose name is X. Okay, remember VAR is instruction to create variable and X is variable itself. Okay, fine. Then after that, if I write X is equal to 10, means what? Equal to means right to left. Whatever right hand side, that will be the value of left hand side. So in that case, we can say that 10 is the value of X. Okay, 10 is the value of X. And if you write here document.write and X means X, so it will display the value of X, which you can able to see. It shows 10 over here. I hope you notice. Okay, now I can put if condition. If X equal to 10, means if this condition is true, it will go inside the bracket and display X. Else you can write document dot write and no. Now 10. Now we are saying that 10 equal to 10, true, it go inside the bracket and display X, means display 10. Otherwise it go to else part and display no. We will check this. Right now if you open it will show the value of x, so it will show you 10. All right. But suppose if I change the value over here, if I put 0, then 0 equal to 10, that is, so it go to else part and it display no. You can see this. See, it display no. So true means go inside the bracket, false means skip the bracket and go to else part. You can able to use AND operator. See, AND operator. X equal to 10 and x greater than 5. If these both conditions are true, then only overall the sentence become true, and then only it will be inside the bracket. So this situation, if you see the value of x is 10, 10 equal to 10, that is true, and 10 greater than 5, that also true. If both of them true, that's why overall it is true, so it go inside the bracket and show the value of x. So this is the way how it works. Now see the output over here. In output area it will show 10. Suppose if any of the conditions is false, then it will not show the output, because AND means all the conditions compulsory required to be satisfied, then and only then overall condition becomes true. For example, if I say over here, okay, x greater than 100, okay, the value of x is 10, so 10 equal to 10, that part is true, but 10 greater than 100, that part is false. So overall sentence become false. So it will go to else part and it display no. You can see here. So this is your if condition. Okay. So all this is not given in textbook. Why I am explaining? So that you can able to understand this if condition. Okay. So now we will understand the script. Now we prepare sufficient background work so that we can script. We can able to focus on the script and we can able to the script and we can able to work with script, whether the script will available with output or not. Okay.
Now as far as the script concern, okay, we prepare the function called validate form, and in that function we create a variable whose name is x, and then we have a if condition, and then we have a alert statement, and we have a focus method. Now all this we specify between script and slash script. So in my next video I will explain this script in detail, but before that you must be very clear about variable concept and if condition. So if it required, then you can able to see, you can able to watch this video again and again. Okay, and tomorrow I will upload the video which explain the whole script, and then every individual part of the script explained in textbook. So we will compare with that. So here I would like to end the lecture, and if you have any suggestions you can able to write in the comment section. Till then, please take care of yourself. God bless you.